Hi everyone, my name is Nicola. I am simply a stitcher. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, it's great to have you, and if you are returning, thank you for coming and spending some more time with me today. So I'm going to do Stitch With Me, and I am working on Daughter of the Deep. It's a Josephine wall piece charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. I'm doing the supersized max colour version, and I'm 20 stitches in so far today. I've already done some work on another piece and switched this one out for this Stitch With Me as promised. So yeah, we're going to have about an hour and a half, and we're going to have some chat, go through some of the lovely comments that I've been left, and update on one or two bits and pieces. So yeah, that will be what's on the agenda today. I'm not going to go in particularly close because I'm going to be working all over this piece today. I'm kind of cross-country in an 80 by 80 block on this one. So, but anyway. So I hope everybody is doing well. I'm doing just fine. Kitchen is painted. I've still got a little bit to do, which I'll do over the weekend. I've got some gloss work to do, but I'm not planning on doing that at the moment. I had the fitter back yesterday for a couple of little niggly bits. You know how it is when you start using things, you think that doesn't feel quite right, and that's not quite happy with that. So I had him back yesterday, and within sort of 20 minutes all was well. When I've been working from home while the kitchen was being done, I'd been up in Hannah's room, but now I've been able to come back down, and in between work tasks I've been able to admire my kitchen. So yeah, I'm a very happy Nikki at the moment. Still a few odds and ends that I want to get. I've got some stuff that I need to put back in. As I said, I have still got one more appliance to buy, a new large fridge freezer. But other than that, I am happy as a sandboy with everything I've got going on in my lovely kitchen. And what I'll try and do is, once I've done what I want to do this weekend, I will probably do a little video and get Andy to edit it into next week's floss tube, so you guys can see the excitement as well. You'll hear my tummy gurgling this morning. It's got no excuse. I was at weigh-in last night. I lost another 2 pounds, so one more and I would have lost 6 stones, which is quite significant. Not going to lie, I'm going to be very happy to get that award next week. We had a bank holiday here this week in the UK, early May bank holiday. So obviously I took advantage then and painted the kitchen. The girls helped. When I say helped, I mean helped in inverted commas. I think I did use rather more paint than expected, and some of it didn't end up on walls. It ended up on the floor, the furniture, and all over the girls. So, but it is what it is. The kitchen's, vast majority of it's painted. What more can I ask for? I mean, really. So So I've had a 4-day week at work, but it's felt like a full week this week. It seems to have been a bit of a tough week. I went into the office on Wednesday and I did also another sort of a charity thing. We do have this scheme at work called Pound for Pound. So for every pound you raise for your chosen charity, the company will match it up to, I think it's £500. Anyway, in Sheffield we have quite a big children's hospital, and one of the things that they do to raise money to support the hospital is during Christmas time in Sheffield. If any of you have been there, at Christmas you'll have seen them. They have snowflakes that are lit on buildings, and are sponsored by various businesses. So we sponsored a star, and what happens is that the stars, not the stars, if I say stars I mean snowflakes. They're on a metal frame and we have to attach rope lighting to the metal frame, and it has to be done fresh every year because they do degrade, they do disintegrate, the weather. So we do what's called a re-roping every year. I did it last year, so I thought, well, why not? I'll do it this year as well. I have no problem with doing that. So me and one of my colleagues, we worked together to rope one of these stars, and for an hour's work it means that, we've essentially sponsored a star, and just for me giving them £1,000, £500 that the company sponsored me to do, and then they match it. It's a bit of a weird system, but yeah, it's really rather nice. A little bit of physical work, but not difficult. And heck, it's for a good cause, isn't it? I mean, the NHS does plenty. Let's, it's nice to give back. So that was Wednesday at work. Oh, excuse me. So that was Wednesday at work. Got that done. So yeah, it's been quite good. Oh, quite a good week. Got the weekend, this weekend, doing a few more bits in the kitchen. Andy's children will be here as well. It's the first time that they've seen the kitchen. So, but yeah, it's nice. I'm happy. So this week has been a good week. Stitchy wise, still working on my Princess, 200 stitches daily. Still got my models on the go as well, working on those. And I'm packing quite a lot in at the moment, it seems. But, we'll get there. So I have a crop of comments to go through. I'll try and mention which video that they're on before I read them out, if I remember. but quite a lot of the comments are not particularly related to that actual video, if that makes sense. They're more sort of general questions. So, first ones are on my Stitch With Me with Night Cafe. That was almost a fortnight ago now. And first comment comes from Peggy 321 Irish, sorry, 721 Irish. He says, "Good morning, Nicola." And good morning to you too. It must have been an early start, or maybe just in response to me saying it was morning when I was filming the video. And then user letters and numbers with the initial M says you have to do a video of the new kitchen when it's done. Yeah, I will be bobbing that in my floss tube. It's just so nice and clean lines, and it just looks beautiful. I'm so happy. Okay, where's my cursor? There it is. Okay, Laurie on the same video says, "Nice progress, thanks for sharing." No problem. Night Cafe will be out on the live this weekend. It'll be my featured project for Sunday this week. I am, of course, doing a little overtime. But in between, I will be stitching on Night Cafe. Oh, my grumbly growly tummy. Love Nana says on live stream 17. I'm sorry I missed you live. I slept through it, but I'm watching it now. Still love your stitching. Congratulations on your new kitchen. Last Sunday we went out for Sunday lunch because I couldn't cook. I didn't have a working oven. I had an oven, it just wasn't fitted, so I couldn't use it. So we all went out for Sunday lunch, and came home and I got my stitching out and I fell asleep. So you're not the only one that falls asleep. So I think I just had such a nice dinner. It was nice to be out. So yeah, we went and had a carvery lunch. If you're not familiar, if you're not in the UK, what a carvery lunch is, it's like a buffet style. And you get, they put your meat on your plate for you, but then you go and help yourself to vegetables and gravy and sauces and all the rest of it. But yeah, it was a good lunch. Came home, fell asleep. After that dinner, I definitely needed a nana nap. What we call a nana nap. So, and then Andy sneezed during that live stream, and Love Nana says, I said, bless you, just hours later, so you're covered for your next sneeze, Andy. He always complains about sneezing, does Andy? And I keep saying to him, look, it's a natural body defense. It's trying to get rid of something that's irritating it. But, you know, usually he comes out with a swear word and tells me he's sick of sneezing. Well, but sneezing's normal. It's a bodily function. Much like, you know, coughing or using a loo or that kind of thing. But there you go. Anyway, I think, you know, it was just getting dusty. There was a lot of dust flying around. Tile dust, brick dust, plaster dust, grout dust, you name it. I don't tend to suffer with dust. Dust doesn't bother me. It just bothers me when I can see it, rather than it affecting my nasal passages. Daphne says, thank you for a great live. I watched the replay. I was working on Harvest Cornucopia by Donna Gelsinger. Hope your kitchen gets finished this week. Have a great week. Thank you, Daphne. Don't know if I've seen that chart or not. I might have to go and have a look for it. Although I really don't need to be enabled anymore. I have plenty of projects. Plenty of projects. Jeannie Lightner wants comments on live stream 17 and says, sorry I missed you live. I was wondering on your next finish if you could show your washing method and blocking afterwards. Thank you. Your kitchen is coming out lovely. See you next Sunday. I will do my very best. I will have to dig out a piece and do a video on that. It's a good idea, actually. Because I've got a couple that do need a wash and finish. Growly, growly, grumbles my tummy. Okay, Floss Tube 17. Norma says, I can see a finish soon on Maui Princess. great progress on all your projects. Yeah, I really do want to get Princess over the finish line. I'm going like the clappers on her, putting in these 200 a day, but I'm still seeing a November finish for her on Stitch Pal, which is a bit disheartening. I might consider just sort of knocking that 200 up to 300 a day. But, obviously I don't want to put too much pressure on myself with the other stuff I've got going on as well. Maybe I can, do 300 a day at the weekend or something. That might be an idea. Because on the weekends, my free stitchy day, I have the time to stitch. Clover Stitcher also comments on Floss Tube 17 saying, great progress. Yeah, it's been nice to sort of doing it like the 1,000 stitch per piece and then rotate. It does seem to, for me, I can see that progress, like a couple of hundred here and there. I suppose if I was doing like floss tubes every month rather than every week, then yeah, you'd definitely see that progress coming through, wouldn't you? But yeah, I'm happy with how it's going. Next year is sort of slightly concerning in some ways because obviously I'm starting at least another 12 projects next year. It's going to be like a starter-palooza at the beginning of the year, and every week I will select a project to start on my floss tube, and on my next Stitch With Me I will be adding that piece into the rotation. I don't plan on sidelining any of my pieces, but it will extend the finish times. So the ones that are furthest away from a finish, which is this one really, I suppose, the Night Cafe, I will try and work extra on. I'm certainly wanting to try and work extra on Night Cafe, with it being 10 stitch. Hopefully it shouldn't take us as long, although I am kind of doing it stitch by stitch, so it may do. Decisions. So 71 Irish, Peggy comments on that floss tube also and says, hold on, I seem to have lost the thread card. There's my 3844. Says, I just love the colours in the fairy. It's coming along nicely. Yeah, Sailing Fairy is beautiful. The colours in her, the jewel tone in it is absolutely beautiful. And then Sandy comments on same floss tube. So just pick where to start this. Start it here. Love the hair. It really suits you shorter. Yeah, it's getting shorter every time I get it cut, I think. And, I'm sort of getting used to it being sort of more, it's not quite pixie, but it ain't far off, is it? But yeah, I'm definitely getting used to it being shorter. And she says, it's great you're back on track with your weight loss, but I knew that you would. Yeah, having the kitchen done has made that a bit up and down. But, you know, you have to accept that. Doesn't make me feel good when I do have a gain, and I've had a couple of those in sort of the last month or so, but it could be worse. And that's sort of what I'm holding on to. I mean, I could have put £5 on, you know, as it was half. There you go. It was a great live again on Sunday. I know it's been said before, but it's just like having you in the same room. Yeah, the lives are such a great thing. And of course, my whole family get involved. And, you know, interact with you guys. And I think I've had a number of comments lately, both on and off YouTube, saying, you know, that it's nice that there's a lot of realism. You know, sometimes you'll hear the girls bickering off camera. Sometimes, you know, Andy might shout or he might swear or, you know, make a odd noise. You know, sometimes they'll sort of chat in. So, you know, it's very much a family affair, me doing the live stream, and the girls know that it's important to me. And, you know, they want to, in their own way, they want to interact too. But yeah, I'm not hiding myself away in a room and saying, do not disturb me, you know. Not that I'm saying that that's wrong, because it's not. But, you know, the thing is that when I have a live stream, it's accepted that I'm not going to be alone in the room. I have a family, and my family are important to me too. Of course they are. And, you know, I'm not going to ignore the family for this, excuse me, for doing a live stream. But yeah, I do keep it real. And, you know, it just sort of warts and all. I mean, you hear my belly rumbling all the time. And, you know, there have been times when I've talked about stuff that's difficult. Like most people know, I suffer with I have a mental health issue. I suffer with anxiety. And, you know, you really sort of have to kind of crack the nut with me. And if ever, you know, when you see me in public, you know, it's not a persona, but, you know, come and see me in public, find common ground to talk with me about, and I'll chat your ear off. Don't find common ground and I'm just sort of polite kind of thing. Yeah, it's a funny thing, isn't it? But yeah, keep it real. That's my motto. Sandy also goes on to say, I'm pleased you're getting more model stitching. Glad your new kitchen is coming along well too. That's an amazing amount of stitches. Needle is on fire. Thanks for sharing. Take care. Happy stitching. Yeah, I like stitching, and I suppose, you know, with the experience that I've got at it now, I can pop in a lot of stitches and keep an eye on Pattern Keeper and keep up with the chat and read the comments and stitch in the right place. And it's just practice. But, you know, like I've said before, my job, I work with 2 computer screens, and I think flitting from one to the other, but keeping control over what's on both, has helped me do these stitch with me's, because like one screen is effectively my hands and my stitching, the other one is my Pattern Keeper, but then I can still talk as well, like I do at work. I operate the 2 screens and talk on the phone at the same time. So us women are brilliant at multitasking. Linda loves to stitch, comments on that same floss tube, saying, great progress, I love your pieces. Yep. I think I've got a lovely mix. I know I've said this before, I've got a nice mix of pieces. And next year when the new stuff comes in, there'll be an even more mix. So it's going to be really nice. Mrs. Miggins comments and says, a pound loss at this part of the journey is brilliant. Yeah, agree. You know, almost 6 stone. I can't be doing 2, 3 and 4 pounds a week. My body will slow down with the loss because there's not as lot to lose. And I'm still consuming the same amount that I was 6 months ago. But my body needs less calories. I mean, I found when I'm walking, I have a Fitbit, and when that's tracking me and tracking my active minutes, it takes me now, because I'm carrying less weight, so it takes my body less effort to walk. So getting into the heart rate zones when I'm out walking is not, it's just not happening, or not happening as much, because my body's getting fitter as well. You know, not carrying around so much weight, it's much easier to go and do that long walk. I mean, like I said, Andy's commented himself that, you know, he now struggles to keep up with me rather than me struggling to keep up with him. But yeah, when I go into the office, if Andy's not here, which very often he isn't on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, I'll have a walk down to the tram stop, and it takes me about 40 minutes. And it's just nice to have that early morning walk. And the first sort of couple of times I did it, you know, I was huffing and puffing like an old train, and, you know, got down to the tram stop and felt like my heart were beating out my chest and all the rest of it. But now it's a breeze. It's an absolute breeze. I mean, it was giving me a bad backache before, because I carry a rucksack with my work bits in it, and it was giving me a bad back. But now it doesn't do that, because you know, I haven't got the weight at the front pulling me forward. You know, the tummy weight's gone. So yeah, many, many benefits. Not least the fact that I'm walking better, faster, and, you know, to get into those heart rate zones, those fat burning zones, I have to step it up a notch. Love seeing your progress on projects. 4,000 plus on just one project is outstanding. I hope the kitchen will be finished this week with no problems. You seem to have got a good builder with high standards. Yeah, absolutely. The builder had, you know, very high standards and wasn't prepared to fit anything that he wasn't happy with, which was fantastic. I mean, what else can you ask for, really? You know, we want to make sure that this kitchen lasts us a number of years, and shoddy workmanship won't tick that box, will it? But yeah, he's done us a sterling job. He really has. Nerdy Stitcher says, wow, nice stitching. Thank you, Nerdy Stitcher. I try my best. And Jeannie says, I can't wait for another kitchen update. We have an IKEA block from my office. Look forward to seeing what you've purchased. It's almost like a wedding when everything's new. I got some mason jars, some new kitchen utensils, stainless steel ones. Mason jars are for my tea, my coffee, and my sugar. I got some storage boxes for kitchen cupboards. So, you know, with packet food like pasta, rice, that kind of thing, seasoning, they can all be kept in little storage boxes, not directly on the shelf. What else? New chopping board. I don't know if I've already said that. Tea towels. New tea towels. A new washing up bowl and dish rack, and drawer tidy for my cutlery. Then I went to another shop and I got some new baking trays and roasting tin and oven gloves, you know, and some other odds and ends. So yeah, I've been busy, you know, getting stuff really to sort of replace stuff that's worn out and to tidy up what we've got. But I love that my work surfaces are uncluttered and stuff stored away in cupboards, which is what I want. I want my sides to be nice and clear. I've got like my kettle, my tea, my coffee and my sugar all on a tray, so it can be moved if need be, rather than moving the kettle, then the tea, then the coffee. It's all on one, so I can just pick it up and move it. But yeah, it's coming along, and I'm just so happy with it. And I'll keep banging on about this for a while, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I'm just so happy with how it looks. It's what I wanted, what I've wanted for a long time. Okay. Love Nana says, thank you for another great update on your awesome stitching projects. Thank you very much. Just do a quick mark off so I don't get lost. There. Jane says, on my last Lord of the Rings, stitch with me, chatty one. Great stitch with me as usual. Will you be showing us your renovation when it's done? Yep. Best of luck and bless you. Thank you, Jane. Yeah. If you've got me on Facebook, you'll have seen photos of it, you know, and if not, obviously, you know, feel free to find me and add me, Nicola L. Smith. You'll know it's me because the profile picture is me. Can I get this party threaded yet? Nope. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Oh dear. Mal comments and says, I haven't commented in a while. Love your videos as always. It's lovely to see you, Mal, and I hope you're keeping okay. I have wondered, you know, that you're okay because I've not seen you pop in lately. But as long as you're okay, and don't worry about not commenting. You know, your viewership is appreciated. It really truly is. Okay, let's just get rid of this end because it won't go down. Peggy says they've been religiously watching you do this project, which refers to the Lord of the Rings Realm of Middle-earth map. I remember when you just hit the Blue Mountains. Yep. Seems a long time ago, that, Peggy. And Nerdy Stitcher sends me a wave on that video as well. Okay. Saskia says, hello, Nicola. Thank you for another great stitchy session. I've been stitching along with you on my Gryffindor piece. Fabulous. And she goes on, I'm about to finish my rotation on it, put it away. I'll make sure to take a picture when I take it out of the frame and send it to you via email so you can show on the live on Sunday. Can't make this week, so the picture will be my contribution. Have a great week and have a great rest of the week, and as always, take good care. I didn't do a live last Sunday, Saskia, but if you've got that video, that picture, please do send it to me for this week's, because there is going to be one this week. I did really miss not doing a live, but I was just so tired. And it wouldn't have been a good live, I don't think, because, you know, when you're not, you know, I wouldn't say not with it, but when you're not as bright-eyed and bushy-tailed as you would like to be, I suppose, you know, I didn't want to do a live and it be a bit, you know, not great, because it could have been not great. Let's get the best of us out on the lives, rather than the tiredness of us. Okay. Nicola, did you find your Asda card? I'll get credit for a new one, says Sharon. neither. I never got a response from Perks at Work, which I'm a little annoyed about, and you've actually reminded me to get back in touch with them. I was reminded when I saw this comment, promptly forgot, but now I've been reminded again. I will get back in touch with them today, because I am rather annoyed that I haven't heard from them. Okay. Katinka says, great stitch on the Lord and the Realm of Middle Earth. Looking forward to your next chat stitching live, regardless of project, and also would love to see the new kitchen when it's done. Well, seeing as we are now Facebook friends, Katinka, you can have access to the photos, so you will have been able to see those. But as I said, on my frost tube, I will share a short video. I've also earmarked one of my stitchy pieces to be displayed in the dining area, which I will show, and I'm sure that you will agree that it'll tie in beautifully with that stitch is in the wrong place. It'll tie in beautifully with the kitchen. Let's see if you can guess which one it is. As the comments on She Sleeps, which came out on a stitch with me, had a great visit. Thank you for sharing. I really enjoyed She Sleeps, that last stitch with me session I did on her. I got Andy to choose whereabouts I stitched, and he kind of looked at it like it was a clock, and he's like, yeah, I think you've done quite a bit enough at 10 to. I think 25 past needs some work. So yeah, we had a little fun with that. Okay, Sandy on the map, Realm of Middle Earth, says the following. She says, great stitches me as ever, love that they're longer too. Yeah, when I'm doing these chatty ones, certainly, I film them, all my stitches with me I film in the morning. If it's an ASMR style or an alternative, as you guys will know, I'm up early in the morning. If it's one of those ASMR or alternative, I will start filming it once I'm downstairs, the cat's been fed and I've got a coffee. My chatty ones, I tend to film when I have the house to myself, because I don't really want to get interrupted. You know, my chatty stitch with me's are to answer you guys and, you know, not to be interrupted by children, Andy, even the cat. Broke into my bedroom this morning, you know, come crashing through the door, jumped up on the bed and started meowing because she wanted to be fed at 5:30. No, 5:15. Anyway, cat aside, I like to do these chatty stitch with me when I've got the house to myself. So what tends to happen on these days, Lauren leaves for school. Mentioned this before, she's in school the next village over. She leaves for school at about 7, between sort of 7 and 10 past. And I say to Andy when she's left, okay, get yourself off to work. I know it's a bit early, but yeah, no problem, off you go. Because he'll know that I want to do a stitch with me and I want to do it in peace and quiet. So these chatty stitch with me, I tend to start them by about 7:15. So I can finish for 9:15. And then I'm at my desk at 9 o'clock, ready to start my day's work. So it all works out just nicely. It all just ties in beautifully. But yeah, my other ones I do tend to do early. But, you know, at 5:30, I'm not ready to talk. I'm not ready to chat. So, yeah, give it some time and a couple of coffees. And then I'll crack on, 7-ish. There we go. Sandy also goes on to say, I hope all has gone well with the kitchen. And you should be proud to achieve what you have. No mean feat when you're also supporting your family. Yeah. It's being disciplined and, you know, saving up for what I want more than anything, I think. She then goes on, I also hope the model stitching and overtime continues for you. So do I. I hope the decorating goes well and you have your kitchen sorted. Thanks for sharing. Take care. Happy stitching. Yeah, I'm going as far as 90% there. Yeah, very happy with how it's going. How else, you know, can I be other than very happy? Like you said there, Sandy, it is an achievement that I've worked for. The next room on the hit list for a refresh is the living room, because again, it's painted in quite dark colours, which in hindsight I do regret. It's going to get a fresh look. Going to have new carpet, new furniture, and you know, work on it and get it done. So there we go. Rosemary on She Sleeps says, wonderful video, very relaxing. Yeah, I love those kind of ones, those ones where it's just the stitchy noise and other assorted natural noises that you may or may not hear. I can remember listening to one ASMR style stitchy video, and yes, we heard the needle and thread, but we heard dogs barking and cockerels crowing and water running and people passing by and chatting. And yeah, it's quite interesting, the noises that come up on these stitch with me. I'm going to get this part thread worked in because it's annoying me now. Replay crew, Clover Stitcher, glad to hear your kitchen is finished. I was able to get in a few stitches while watching today. Catch you on your next live. Yep, the replays are dead handy, aren't they? Okay. Laurie says, nice progress. I stitched along with you and glad to hear the kitchen's done. Yeah. It's just my part now that I need to finish. Denise says on live stream 17, Denise Gray, right now I envy you guys who are stitching. For the last 3 months I haven't been able to. Back, neck, shoulder and arm pain, nerve pain. I'm really sorry to hear that, Denise. I don't know if you can't stitch at all for your pain, or you can only sort of stitch a tiny bit. But what I would definitely do is, if you can, maybe get to a physiotherapist or something and see if they can help, with your pain and managing it. Because if you're getting all these nerve pains, you might need some physical therapy if you're not already having it. But I understand, your frustration at, as well as not being able to stitch. I would hate for anything to befall one of my hands, arms, or my neck and shoulders and not be able to stitch. I think I'd miss it terribly. Just goes to show how we shouldn't take any of this for granted, really. Jeannie Leitner on Realm of Middle Earth Map says, great video. I've been stitching lots of strawberries, thinking of summer while watching you this morning. Looking forward to your next videos. Fantastic. I'm thinking of summer too. Starting to warm up a little bit here now. We've had a couple of really, really nice days all joined together, which has been nice. It is nice to have that. I had the first message from one of the children, because they always grumble when it gets warm, from Lauren yesterday. She'd met a friend after school, and Andy and I were going to pop out to the shops, and she said, oh, I want to go, I'll meet you there. And then she texted us when she got there, because we were just like a few minutes behind, and she was like, why is it so hot? I'm like, yep, there's the first one, Andy, first one of the year. Why is it so hot? Well, because it's warm and it's getting towards summer, and you were mourning a fortnight back, why is it so cold? Kids are funny. User letters and numbers with the initial B says on She Sleeps, I love this so much. Yeah, She Sleeps is gorgeous. She really is a beauty. I put a post on my community page saying that there was no live stream, and I had a few comments on that, basically saying, hope you're doing well, reno's done soon, hope all going okay, see you next time, kind of thing. So I will move on from those ones. I really disliked having to put out that post to say that I wasn't doing a stream, but needs must. And I knew that my stitchy crew, my stitchy friends, would absolutely understand and have my back. So Mrs. Miggins on the last floss tube. Let's see, I'll do the comments on the last floss tube now. Up to where we get up to where I've up to the last comment so far. That's it. Mrs. Miggins says, I think you did well with your weight loss considering the constant of not having a working kitchen. Kitchen looks lovely. Love the grey doors. Count yourself lucky with the kitchen units. When we bought our new full kitchen, it came in dribs and drabs. At the time I was working self-employed, 15 minutes away. I'd never go to Magnet again. Have a great stitchy week. Hope you get the oven fitted. Take care. Yeah, I opted not to go for a big manufacturer, a big company, because I'd looked online and I'd seen some reviews and I didn't like them. I didn't like what I saw. So I opted to have a look for somebody local who could give the time and care and precision needed, really, for a big investment. I mean, the kitchen's your heart of your home, isn't it? It's a massive investment. And, you know, it's like I said to Andy, I need it to be right. I want it to be right. And Andy agreed. And going with a smaller company that had that attention to detail is just a phenomenal, really. It's a good choice, a good decision to make. I used to work many years back as a courier. The amount of times that I took spare parts for kitchens to houses because the kitchens were needed a part replacing, and you know, the person would answer the door and they'd be like, I've been waiting months for this. And I'm like, oh, I'm just so glad I didn't have to do any of that. User, letters and numbers, initial B, says, I love every stitch you put in on She Sleeps Too. I also love that you show your progress every Tuesday on all the projects that you work on throughout the week. Yeah, Tuesday is my day. Show what I've done. I mean, I will be doing a mid-year whip parade, and I'm pretty sure that you'll see some phenomenal progress since the beginning of the year. And you know, I mean, even myself, you know, just kind of looking through Stitch Pal and stuff, I can see there's been a big chunk of progress. So yeah. Jane says, thank you for sharing the kitchen, looks absolutely amazing, congratulations, and great stitching too, lol. Yeah, like I said, I'm hoping for something better this week. I'm going to try and do a little video of it. And the light's just so different in there as well, with a different paint colour and stuff, because it's gone from cream to white. The light falls in there differently, and I love it. They're going to get sick of hearing me at work bashing on about it. They really are. Crazy Stitcher Lynn says, love your kitchen so far. Renovations always seem to go over either time or money. Yep. In this instance, it's been both. I've watched enough episodes of Grand Designs to know that it's par for the course, really. But it's been worth it. It's been worth every penny of, you know, I think it went over by about £300, which is not a lot in the grand scheme of things, but for some, it is a fair chunk of change. But £300 isn't bad. Patty Miller says, lovely, lovely kitchen. I'm so excited for you, Nicola. Thank you so much for sharing it with us all. I think even the builder was excited when he was seeing it come together, and when he popped in yesterday to do the little odd jobs, he was like, oh wow, this is proper coming along, and it looks beautiful. So even he appreciated that the work had gone in on it, and it was looking great. It was looking how it should look, and not the mess it was before. Curly Crafter says, great progress as always. Princess is going to be gorgeous. Your new kitchen is lovely. I hope everything has been finished by now and you're enjoying. Almost. Got to get my paintbrush out this weekend again. Finish off the little bits. As I look up, I can just see a bit that needs to be done. Right, yeah, nearly there. Peggy says the kitchen is turning out beautifully, considering that everything a week or two isn't bad. I hope you're happy with the cooker. I'm even happier now I can use it. Yeah, definitely happy. Happy Nikki. Yeah. It's been worth the wait. Joe Sorensen says the new kitchen is lovely. Oh, I can't wait to see the complete finish. Sounds like Stitchy speak. Great progress too. Certainly does sound like Stitchy speak. We like finishes in the Stitchy world, whether it be stitching or other stuff. A finish is a finish and all that. User letters and numbers again. No initial for this one, but I can see a profile picture. Says, woohoo, congratulations on your new kitchen. I absolutely love it. I love watching your videos. You stitch beautifully, and I also enjoy your family time too. Keep up the good work. Here's a pat on the back for all your hard work, and have a blessed day. Thank you very much. That sort of goes back to what we were saying earlier about the realism, having the family involved, keeping it real. It's trials and tribulations some days, but sunshine and roses in others. It really, truly is. Family life can be hard at times, but you know, sometimes the reward from going through the hard times are the really good times. Roxanne Green says, you certainly had an interesting week, but hopefully things are now about to get back on track. Yep, kitchen looks so fresh and streamlined. Yeah, it certainly does. You'll soon be able to cook your first meal in your awesome kitchen. You're doing great with your weight loss, considering you didn't have a kitchen. See you next time, and happy stitching. Thank you very much. The first meal was cooked. The girls wanted some super noodles. It was that exciting. But on Sunday, it'll be roast chicken. Can't wait. Cannot wait. From using an air fryer to be able to use the full kitchen and roast meat and all the rest of it. Oh, can't wait. The oven that I had in the old kitchen hadn't did work, but every time I used it and then I turned it off, it would just trip all my electricity, to trip all the power. So we decided to stop using it because we didn't know what was causing that. And of course, family, safety first. So I've mainly been using the hob and an air fryer, which are wonderful things, but I do prefer to do my Sunday roast in an oven, not in an air fryer. So yes, I'm definitely looking forward and not back. Sandy says, not surprised at you again this week with limited choice for food. I think as well as that, it was not being able to get out and walk because I had to be in. And mornings are my stitchy time, and I didn't really want to go out after work. But then, kitchen guys would still be here after I'd finished work. So, the later it gets, the less inclined you are, aren't you? And no office day. And when I get my office days in, I get plenty of walking in. So I think it was a combination, but I'm getting there. Glad the kitchen's getting there, such an upheaval, but worth it. Love it that you're so rightly proud of your achievement. Thanks for sharing. Take care. Happy stitching. Yeah, incredibly proud. Incredibly proud I am. Biggest thing that I've ever done for myself. And then Grandma Lean says, your kitchen looks very nice. It certainly is. But yeah. The kitchen talk will settle down soon, I promise. But there we go. And that is all of my comments. I did have, as I said, a couple of other off YouTube comments on Facebook commenting that, about my realism. And I don't sort of hide things. There are some subjects I just won't talk about. I don't talk about, but, I don't hide, my feelings. I don't hide my family. And I don't hide what's going on. If it's important to me, I'm going to share. And this kitchen was very important to me. So we've got about another 15 minutes, so I'm just going to crack on and stitch. If I think of anything else to talk about that isn't kitchen related, maybe, I will. But other than that, let's just get in some stitchy progress. And I'll chat again at the end. Oh, what have I done here? There's my stitchy toolkit. In case you're wondering, I have a box with what I call a stitchy toolkit in it. And one thing I want from it, I can't, it's not in here. A pair of tweezers. It's not in this box. That means that it's possible that a child has wandered off with them. I've got that out anyway. But my stitchy toolkit has clips, tape measure, squizzers, thimble, cotton thread, let's say needle threader with a light on it, which is handy, and usually it has a pair of tweezers. It's gone missing. Yeah, I have to find those. Let's try this again. Sometimes a pair of tweezers are ideal for moving small bits of fluff or thread end, or even holding a thread end while you snip it if you're a thread chickener. My ninjas in this bit. Maybe I should do a video on my stitching essentials. I'll keep in my toolbox. Oh, it's my cushion. Wrong place. That's better. Okay. Oh dear. I slept quite well last night. I'm still yawning like nobody's business this morning. Few colour changes over this bit just to get this end filled in. Ooh. Oh, yeah. 745. This piece will get to 2% today. Okay, last stitch on this little section. And that will round off today's stitching. So 340 stitches done. Once this one is in, and I will end this video with my usual reminders. 3 videos on your screen in a moment. If you've not seen them, please do go take a few minutes to have a look. My schedule is Floss Tubes Tuesdays, Stitch with Me's Wednesdays and Fridays, and a live stream Sundays 7:30 p.m. UK time. Please do join me for that. In the top right hand corner you'll find the how I start and end my thread video, plus my working on even weave video, and I think that's it. Yeah, just those two related to this one. But other than that, there's not really an awful lot left for me to say other than thank you very much indeed for all of you for watching. Do take care, happy stitching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.